Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be looking at the beacons, and these are really quite interesting things, and I'm sure they've got some fixes to do on them because they're obviously not working as they should, but I'm going to show you what I found out so far and their general properties. So this is how you make them. You'll get the nether star, obviously killing the nether boss. So when it's on its own, it doesn't do anything at all. You can't select anything, you can't do anything, hasn't got any powers, no light coming out the top. As soon as you put it on a one size pyramid, then it will start going. Then you can do the first level of the boosts. Second level over here allows you to do the second level of boosts, and then we go on to third level. You can do up to 3, and on the fourth level you can then do a secondary power. Secondary, you have to select it. You can either do regeneration and one of these, or you can do a strength 2 version or a jump 2 version alone. But to do this you have to sacrifice some materials, and the weird thing is the material that the whole base is made out of doesn't matter at all as long as it's either the iron, gold, diamond or emerald. So the best thing to do at the moment is just to do iron blocks. Far cheaper, and it doesn't have any other difference at all, and the item that you sacrifice doesn't make any difference at all either, which is very strange, and I'm sure they'll change it at some point because at the moment you just use iron for everything. There's no advantage apart from looks, and as you can see here you've got different colours. The emerald and the diamond have no difference at all. They don't blend in with the top, but they have absolutely no difference at all. So if we go over here, there's some weird properties of these. You can stack them on top of each other, but the top two here will not do anything at all. Only the bottom one does. But it just means that these are seen as see-through objects, so like pieces of glass, which is quite interesting because they've got obsidian in them. So you could stack them on top of each other. Doesn't do anything different. Only the bottom one activates. And here you can see this one isn't working at all. It's because it's not a full pyramid, so there's no way of cheating blocks. You have to make a full one. This one shows you that you can use different types of blocks as long as you make up the full area. It doesn't matter what blocks you use or what order you use them in or anything like that. They don't have to be the same. You can sacrifice any piece of item. You don't have to use the same one as the blocks or anything like that. Over here we show you that as long as the base is built, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't obstruct the beam. So here, the initial pyramid's down there, and then you can cover it up as much as you want. You can build whole blocks with it and it will still work. And here you can see that the beam passes through glass, so that's okay. But if I grab some water, then you'll see that beam stops. So the beam can't travel through water, so if you put this underground you would have to have glass on the surface. I haven't tried it with snow yet. I don't know if snow will stop the beam. It may. I have to test that. But at the moment water stops the beam, which is a bit disappointing. Over here you can see that they actually share blocks, so each of these would be counted as a single one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That 9 there is counted for this one, and then this 9 is counted for that one. So beacons can share blocks. The most efficient way of doing this is to use 4 and build a big pyramid. You can use more than 4 as there is 5 boosts, or you could do 6 boosts if you wanted to. So over here I've set up the whole large one. This has got 9 on it. Obviously 4 of them wouldn't do anything at all, well 3 of them wouldn't do anything at all, but you could do speed on here, so we'll sacrifice 1 for speed, and we'll do a speed 2. So we wait for it to come on. There we are, speed 2, you get about 8 seconds. Do this one for haste 2, and then we'll get haste 2 as well. There we are, haste 2. And if we want resistance 2, and then that'll pop on as well. There we are, resistance 2 as well. And then we want jump boost 2. I'll talk about the properties of each one in a second. And then we have strength 2. And then the last one is just the regeneration. which is weird because you have to select one of these as well as a primary, but the primary doesn't do anything. So there you are. That's all of them possible, all 6. Strength, haste, speed, jump, regeneration, resistance. I haven't tried the regeneration and the resistance much. Strength 2 is obviously just the same effects as the potion. The jump boost 2 allows you to jump over 2.5 size blocks, which is very nice. And obviously these are going to be involved heavily in mini games and adventure maps, I think. The speed just makes you go normal speed. Speed 2, same speed 2. The haste makes you mine faster, although if you're using an efficiency pickaxe you will not really tell the difference at all, because there is only a limit at which you can mine things, especially at the moment. If you use a high efficiency pickaxe and you go through dirt or something, then you'll lag it out and then it won't tell that you've actually destroyed the blocks. So using haste 2 on top of that would be a fail, just make it even worse. But using that would help for just normal unenchanted pickaxes and on stone and things. It does help a bit. But to be honest, in my opinion, unless you're doing a ton of mining, then it's not really worth using one. Well, you wouldn't construct one just to get haste. But if you didn't have the enchantments, then you may want to do it. Anyway, next thing to tell you is about the distances, which is the important part, and how they operate above and below you. So on a little one like this, they have a range of 18, so 18 in direction from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way out to 18, you'll still get the effect. And this works in a cube radius, so 18 up, 18 down, 18 this way, 18 in a square. It's not a circle, it's a square. So if you have 18 that way and 18 that way, then if you meet over here, that's the corner. So that's the smallest one, it's 18. The mediums, well, the next one is 25. The next one after that is 33 radius, cubic obviously. And the last one is 40. So the last one covers a box which is 81 by 81 by 81 by 81, which is quite big. And you could probably have, if you have lots of these, especially if you want to use the speed 2 or something on them, then if you had these jotted around your base, you could cover everything, which is what I might want to do. And we'll go on to the next properties. So if you cover up the top, if you obstruct the top at all, then it'll stop working. If you uncover it again, you will get the enchantment straight back. And the way to disenchant them is just to break them. At the moment it's quoted as a bug that you don't get the item back afterwards, as in the bar of iron, the piece of diamond, whatever you want. But to be honest, I would think that it should consume it. So if you look here, if you just put a piece in for speed, then you'll get that. There we are. As you can see, I've got the effect. If I cover it up again, then wait for that to go. Yeah, no effect. You uncover it again, and it'll start up, and then you get the effect again. So that's going to be in a lot of adventure maps and mini games and things. If you get achievements, then you'll get these as a boost, I guess. I want to add this into my arena. And if we look at just one of these, then we will have a look at how they affect you above and below. And all these don't actually interfere with each other as long as you don't have the enchantments on. So if you have one at the top, then it will go on. There you are. And the fun thing with the beam is always 255 high, and that's from wherever the pointer is. So if you have this at 100 high, it will go up to 355, which you can see. And there are other cool things with this. You can see this in unloaded chunks, the beam. So if you want to use this as a reference place, then you should be able to use that. And this is all as of 12W39A. It still works. Just a reference. They may change it for the full 1.4 release, but this is what it is at the moment. So let's see what else I've got down here. Yep. So above, if you put in enchantment, just put haste on. Obviously it works above, so you can go above. On this case it's 18 blocks. So if we just look at the distance here, at the moment we're on 88, so we'll go to 106. So if you go just beyond that, then you should lose haste in a sec. Should be, here we go. So therefore you're out of range there. And you can also go below that 18 blocks. So if you just get the enchantment back, I'm going to call them enchantments, don't worry. So 88 there, so if we go down to 70, just below that, then that'll wear off. Which is, there we go. Which is, it's okay. Especially on my arena, if I use the very large one above the arena, then I'll get 40 blocks below that, which probably won't reach everything, but there you go. It's quite a nice thing to have, and of course you have to kill the Wither boss, and you need your soul sand and your 3 skulls. Skulls, from my experience, take you a good 4 or 5 hours to get 3 of them. They're quite rare. The creatures aren't that uncommon, but you need to kill about 50. It's about 2.5% chance of you getting ahead. And I think just about covered everything I can think of for these beacons. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear them. If I've missed anything out, just tell me and I'll add it into the description. So, I hope you can happy and hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next time.